Hello, everyone. I wanted to make a video sermon. I'm going to be in Philippians 4:8 in the King James Version of the Bible. I'm going to read two verses, verse 8 and 9, I think. This was the first thing I ever read in church, if I remember correctly. Um, and in the last video I made, I was sniffling a pretty good bit, and I need to apologize for that. But at least one thing about these videos, uh, if I were to be sick, you won't catch it over this or the coronavirus. If that was to be the case, neither one of us would catch it. But anyway, Philippians 4:8 says, "Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things of good report, if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things. Those things which you have both learned and received and heard and seen in me, do, and the God of peace shall be with you." Um, think on the good things. I know that I used to drive about 45,000 miles a year on a job I had, and I worked there about 20 years. But anyway, you be trying to get control of your thoughts, and you go down the road and you see a billboard and it says something about a soft drink, and you think, "Oh, I'm thirsty," and the next thing you know, your mind's off the Lord, and you've gone 20, 30 miles, 30 or 40 minutes, and you try to jerk your mind back to the Lord like you would jerk a car back on the pavement. And so don't go on the rest of your life with the same mind. If you can think, you can change, you can move, you can evolve, you can grow, you can become. You are just one idea away. I've said before, if you keep thinking what you've been thinking, you'll keep doing what you've been doing. And if you keep doing what you've been doing, you'll keep getting what you've been getting. So you got to change your thinking. You're just one idea away. Your house is not the problem. Your car is not the problem. Your credit's not the problem. Your thoughts are the problem. You are one good thought away from turning the tide. As you think, so are you. Your thoughts and feelings are not a result of your reality. In fact, your reality is a result of your thoughts and feelings. You're no better than the thoughts you think. If you think little, you grow little. If you think weak, you grow weak. If you think up, you go up. You're just one thought away. God has a mission for us to go on in His name. We sit for hours watching people on reality TV. In the last video, I addressed that. People becoming famous for nothing. Everything important happens to you between your two ears. That's where the battle is. You're just one thought away from the tipping point. You serve the God with your mind. That's how we serve God. We serve humanity with our mind. Give me a thought, a plan, a strategy, and give me the courage. Let me have the courage to think. God doesn't have to whisper something to you every hour. One thought from God will keep you working 10 years or even the rest of your life. Just one good thought from God. Your thoughts are either bringing you down or bringing you up. It's not what they think about you that is limiting you. It's what you think about you and what you think about what they think about you. Why would I worry too much about what you think about me, since your thoughts have no direct bearing on me or my success, and mine on you? Stop worrying about what everyone else thinks. You don't have time to be a steward over someone else's mind. We just need to get our head together. Thoughts become reality. Somebody else can take the same thing you give up on and make it work well. Someone thought the car in existence. What are you thinking? God doesn't give us a created product because we, like Him, need to create. We were born to create. God is going to give you the raw material and say, and tell you to create it. He can give you furniture. He just give us trees. What can I do, Lord, with the things that you gave me? God didn't make boats and airplanes. Maybe we're waiting on something, on Him to give us something, and He's waiting on us to use what He has already given us. Some people are just waiting on God to do everything and tell them everything. But it's how you think about yourself. When someone goes after your mind and they mess it up, they went after your most precious resource. Do you have the courage to think something beyond where you are right now? What you see is what you shall be. I've heard that. What you see is what you get. What you see is what you shall be. Thoughts produce thoughts, and thoughts produce words, and words are so powerful, even evil words are powerful. Negative words and thoughts have the power to bring you down. If negative words and thoughts have the power to bring you down, just imagine what positive words and positive thoughts can do. My thoughts and words don't so much make or break someone else, but they do me. Creativity comes out of attack. Necessity is the mother of invention. I've always heard. The real fight is over what you cannot see. The war on terrorism, the war on crime and drugs. In the Old Testament, the war was natural, but now it is spiritual. The enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. We think we're waiting on God, but actually, God is waiting on you. You know, we have so many harmful thoughts. Remove all the harmful thoughts out of your mind. One by one, they must go. You got to evict them. For they're an undesirable, uninvited guest. Don't set a place for them at your table. You are, after all, what you eat or think. I had a brother come, and I was sitting down and he came through, or maybe he was sitting down and I came through. Anyway, when I shook his hand, he says, "You are what you eat." I went up and down in weight in my lifetime, and at that time I was probably pretty heavy, and I thought that's what he was talking about. But when I got to considering it, he was talking about this. That's whatever I think is what I will become. Bad thoughts, you are, after all, what you eat, or so think. Bad thoughts are bad for your well-being and will definitely make you sick. Be like the hotel that has all the guests it needs for one night and put up a no vacancy sign. Let the bad thoughts know that they're not welcome where you are. Just like old Matt Dillon on Gunsmoke, just invite the uninvited and unwanted to leave immediately, or you're going to escort them out. I remember when I was on guard duty in the Army, and if someone come up, if you could identify them, you'd say halt, or who goes there, or whatever. If it's not somebody authorized, you'd refuse them, like a bad thought. You wouldn't give them permission to go further. The battle is in our mind. When we can learn to do with the right thing with our mind, then we're on our way. Until we do, we're going nowhere. That was the one thing that I think that, besides God helping me, that turned me around, is when I started trading them old thoughts for better thoughts and the best thoughts and the right thoughts. And no one has to call me every morning and say, "Dale, you need to be thinking on good things." I'm not expecting them to. I am in charge of my mind. I can be. I can do with it what I can get God to help me with. The mind is so critical. It is so important. That's the battleground that Satan's fighting over. It's our mind. But I've enjoyed getting this to you. I appreciate you. I love you. I care about you. And I want to do what would I need to do to help you. That is my whole mission in life, to make a difference and to help you. And I've been giving my phone number 256-508-4410. If you need me, I want you to call me. I might not get right back to you, but I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. And if you will, leave me a message. So until next time when we do this, may God bless.